All right. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to the Magic Friday, Magic Word, Freedom Day. Welcome again to this incredible session that I'm going to be sharing with you. This is going to be a presentation that you will remember. You will not be the same after you listen to what I'm going to share with you about the magic word, money and Freedom Day. It was a session like this not long ago that I heard from one of my mentors who's passed away right now, Bob Proctor, and changed the course of my life. See, remember, Bob was a legend and the number one in human potential. I had the honor and grateful that I spent some time with him learning this material. And he shared with me some information that's critical that I'm going to share with you today. If you're interested in what's the magic, how money comes to you or why it's not, and what's so strange about it. So welcome and thanks for being here. Thanks for following. Thanks for being an amazing you that you are. So if this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Kamal, and I bring you 24, 25 years of experience in manufacturing. Now I'm helping executives, VPs to really get to that next level and really feel that level of freedom that they deserve. So I do have some slides that I'm going to be sharing with you. So bear with me here as I bring up the PowerPoint here, and let's get going. It'll be maybe about 30 minutes. So get a piece of paper, get a pen, and put your questions in the chat. Connect with me. This is one of the ways that you can. This is one of the ways that you can start connecting fairly quickly. And today I'm going to focus on the money topic, the magic word, and I'm really relating it to that Freedom Day. A lot of us are in this age right now where we're starting to see that there's 10, 15 years of work to go, of years of work. And before you kind of retire and just relax on the beach somewhere, if you want to retire, there's no such thing for me, but I enjoy what I'm doing. But it becomes important. What is that Freedom Day? What is the magic? What do you have to be doing now so you can get there? So here's the QR code, connect with me. And you see the link here at the bottom. It says 30 days with Kamal. The team has done a remarkable job of putting a couple things together for 30 days. That connects you with me and shows you how I do run things and gives you like a little few minutes every day to help you grow. So here it is. I'm not going to read it out for you. You can grab it and grab your phone. Basically, grab your phone and just scan it, and it should take you there. And yeah, put your name, whitelist our stuff. This way you can start listening. So welcome. And put your questions in the chat. All right. So again, my name is Kamal. I'm a business leadership coach. I also have a book. You see it here on the screen, Thinking into Results. Grab that from Amazon. And if you do, please leave me a review. I'm looking for reviews. I think there's 5 or 6 or 7 right now. And interestingly, I just got my first royalty check from Amazon. It's not a big deal, by the way. They only give you like a tiny little bit, but the key is I want to hear your review. I want to hear what you're going to do about it and what action you're going to take after this talk today, right? So that's basically it. I'm a Think and Grow Rich expert because I've spent this time with Bob and studying with him. He spent 61 years studying this material. And you could see one of my latest positions as a VP and GM with Republic Steel. And this is what I'm bringing you today, 150 years of science and psychology. So Thinking into Results is a phenomenal book. Grab it from my site or from Amazon. I'm fortunate because I was mentored by Bob, who was a legend from the movie The Secret, and so is Laurel Langmeyer, who she's still around. She's my business mentor. We'll be spending a week with her next week with 120 millionaires, where we're looking at next level investment, next level growth. And I'll be having a couple of talks about a similar topic as well. So she did the forward in the book, and I'm just forever grateful to be in that circle of masterminding next level success. All right. So that's basically how we're going to get going. The magic word, like the number one move that changed my life, the number one move in 25 years, well, I was 22 at the time when I made that move, has been mentorship. So I don't know who's looking after you in your life. I don't know who's moving you. I don't know who's giving you guidance. But for me, it wasn't not the certificates. It was not the degrees. It was not the bosses at work. It was mentorship. When you actually had somebody that you looked up to, you saw what they're doing, and you know that you need it. You know that you need to get stronger. You need to get a better routine. You need to get a better way of investing, better way of growth, better way of mindset. And that's the number one move that changed everything. It wasn't the MBA, it wasn't the master's, it wasn't the bachelor's, it wasn't that little job here and there, changing even countries. No, and it wasn't even the jumping on a boat back in, from Lebanon and, migrating to Canada that was a big move, but that's not what changed the course for sure. It did change it, but the mentorship has changed the course to an accelerated wealth trajectory. And that's what I want to do for you. I want to help accelerate your wealth trajectory so that you can get that magic, get that Freedom Day insight. And here's this man here at the bottom, Harrison Klein. He's an incredible mentor and coach. He's also my business partner in one of the businesses that we have. Just phenomenal. You got to meet him. He is a delight to be around. He is an enlightened, I'd say, Jedi master in coaching, and just having a lot of great time learning and growing with him. So what's this Freedom Day about? And why should you be listening to this? And what drives me to help you? What drives me to the growth that I want to help you grow? And why it's important you pay attention and get your favorite pen and piece of paper, because you don't need a lot. You just need a little bit here and there. You're just missing a little bit of information or a little bit of guidance to get you to that Freedom Day that you're searching for. See, when I listen to this disc by Earl Nightingale, who, by the way, if you don't know Earl, he's the one who mentored Bob Proctor, and he's the one that started the whole coaching industry, right? So, and he's very famous for that disc, The Strangest Secret. And yeah, it used to be on a disc. Of course, now you can get it on YouTube and anywhere else. I suggest you connect and we can study that together. But he said a couple of things that have really struck a chord with me. And that's one of the things that drives me to help you succeed. And he said like this. He said, it's the strangest secret, that it's not strange and it's not a secret, but yet it is, that only 5% of the people make it. Only 5%. 1 becomes super, super rich, and 4 financially independent. And it's up to you what that means. That means your bills are paid off. That means you don't have to worry. You have more money coming to you. You have more homes, more whatever things that you need that you're not worried about, your bills and your medicine stuff, all taken care of, right? But the striking moment was when he said more than 54% of the retirees are broke. And we're living in the richest country in the world. I don't know about you. I've lived in Canada and the US. I've been all over the world, by the way, anywhere from Brazil to the Middle East to Europe. And right now in the US, we're living in the richest country in the world. The opportunities are incredible, but yet more than 55% of the retirees are broke, and more than 5 to 10% of them are still working to make ends meet. I actually know quite a few of them. Some of them are neighbors, so in the next few streets down, and you see them everywhere. And that is the strangest secret. And yet it shouldn't be strange. It should not be a secret how you can get to that Freedom Day. Do you want to be in that percentage, or do you want to climb to that 5% where there's so much room at the top? See, there's so much room at the top. So much room. Just think of it as a mountain, right? When you climb a mountain, there's so much room at the top of the mountain because you get to see everything, and that's how it is. Now, you can probably go around and look, a lot more about what I've done, what it is, but that's not what I'm really excited about. I'm excited about helping you grow more, just like I've helped many of these amazing entrepreneurs, executives right now that have grown their business to 4 times, like Richie in tax and accounting, like Lori, 10 times her investment got back in real estate, and truly became the #1 in sales in Mary Kay. You look that up, right? #1 in sales, that's #1 out of 1 million. So the material that I'm sharing with you, that is not strange, it's not a secret, it's been around for a long time, but you have not found out about it. Or if you found out about it, you have not done anything with it to really grow, right? And this beautiful man here on the right, I want you to hear his voice and see how he feels after working with me for the short amount of time. And now he's developed his business to that next level. He's in construction, and he's got his own construction company now, instead of being frustrated and not feeling good and not seeing the sight of a Freedom Day. So let's hear it from Jonathan.
Hey, just wanted to shoot a quick video here. Just want to say, before I met Kamal, I was struggling quite a bit with my mindset, right? With like the whole negative self-talk, and like the self-image just wasn't there, right? The image that I built of myself and the image that I wanted since I was a kid, right? But in the last 5 months since I've been studying with him, I've I still have a little bit of mindset issues, but at the same time, thanks to him and thanks to his coaching and him being there for me, my mind is in a whole different game right now, right? Like I've been seeing opportunities and seeing different things that, you know, I would have never thought about if I weren't studying with him. So if you're serious about investing in yourself and you want something out of life, right? I cannot recommend him any higher than this, right? There was this one time where I almost just gave up on myself, and he reached out of nowhere. He just reached out to me, and he just, you know, made me feel better. Not just made me feel better, but he was there for me when I needed somebody, right? So if you really want somebody that's gonna look out for you and that's gonna be there for you, he's your man. Like, you just gotta, you know, jump right in and get going with him, because he'll be there for you, you know, especially in those hard times when you're struggling. You know, words can't even describe how I'm feeling, because this man, it's literally one of the dopest persons I've ever met, right? And I don't know what else to say, because honestly, he's just been so good, and his coaching is so good. Like, his accountability aspect of it, it's over the top. Like, not many coaches, and I've gone through quite a few programs before, but like not many coaches are like this guy. Like, he's literally one of the best that I've studied with. So if you're really looking to invest in yourself, you know, and take the next step into your life, your career, just give it a try, right? The only way that it's gonna get worse is if you don't do anything. But otherwise, what are you gonna lose?
So good. And I like that, because you know already this information, but you don't do anything about it. And that's what's so strange. And that's why it's a secret, but yet it's not. So we're going to talk today about money, because that's what's going to get you to that freedom day. That's what's going to get you to that growth. And I want you to be honest. And the only way you're going to get to that freedom thing is by being honest with yourself, and the truth will set you free. Okay. I want you to be honest with yourselves. Not just with me, with yourself, right? How many of you are still having issues with money? Some of you are hiding it. Some of you don't even tell anybody that you're struggling, or you have to downgrade your home, or you have to sell your car, or you're moving money around. You know, how many of you are having these issues with money? Let's be honest, like, because it's a problem that you have to face. And if you don't face it right now, guess what? 5 years from now, it will still be there. 10 years from now, it'll still be there. And if you've been trying and working hard and you're still not working, it's because you have issues with money. And this is where the subconscious needs to be changed for that thing to grow for you. Yes, I'm talking about money. I'm talking about the things that we use to transact nowadays to make things move. Nothing happens until money is changed. Somebody has to be sold on something, and that's why you need money. So be honest, like, how many of these ghosts are standing on your way, right? Now, some of you would say, I don't have issues with money, I'm good. And you're probably lying to me, because you probably don't have a lot. You might have issues with other things, possibly. That's fine if you're doing really well, which is cool, good for you. But most people do. And when I talk about most people, I'm talking about the 95%. I'm not talking about the 5% who have businesses that are generating income. They could have other issues that they need help with. But I'm talking about the 95% who are stuck, who are not making an ends meet, who are not making that difference. And because the paycheck is only the paycheck, right? So what are you doing about it? You're going around collecting information, jumping from here to there, listening to this, listening to that, trying to figure out how to solve it. And you're totally lost, because what's happening out there in the coaching industry is total chaos. And it's actually unfortunate that so many are easily spreading so much bad information and wrong information. And it's like people are walking around with the closed eyes, like, you know, the deer with the headlights, and nobody, you know, you need to be led by somebody. So I want to mention something here, right? When I decided to get mentored, I went for the best. Because I already had the degrees, and some of you probably are successful. You're probably a lawyers, chiropractor, this and that. You already have the degrees. You're already gone. But how can you even itch it up 10 times, 100 times? So you got to be careful who you're following, and what are you doing, about where you're getting your information. In a minute here, I'm going to share with you how the mind works and how that's going to become really, really real. See, if you've been trying and the needle is not moving in your business, the needle is not moving in your money, and you're struggling, I'm going to share with you why. A lot of you have not figured out the what and the why you want to do things. A lot of you don't know the how. And because you don't even know the how and you haven't gotten good guidance, you haven't gotten good direction, you're missing some critical piece of the information because you're not going to find it just on YouTube. You're not going to find it just in a book somewhere. Somebody has to help you live. Now, a lot of you don't know where to start. A lot of you overthink things too much. A lot of you don't take action if you take action at all. And if you make 2 phone calls and you get a no, and that's where you stop. A lot of you are making excuses about not having enough time. We all have the same amount of time. We all get 24 hours. So how do you not have time when you're not doing anything anyways? You're not producing results. You have enough time. You're just not using it wisely, right? Earl Nightingale said, we don't manage time, we manage activities. And that's why you need guidance. That's why you need somebody that knows what they're talking about, and you're going to emulate them and become a good follower, right? A lot of you are thinking someday it's going to happen to me. What someday? We only have today. We didn't have someday. We didn't have tomorrow. A lot of you are thinking in the past. So you take a few steps forward and 10 back. And then many of you want it and wishing and hoping for it. And you're comfortable where you're at, and you don't have a big drive. You don't have a big motive. You don't have a good reason, and you're just wishing and hoping you succeed instead of saying, no, I'm going to succeed, and I want it, and I want it now, and I want it to come in a lot of quantities, right? So you make a lot of these excuses, and you're stuck. See, I didn't come up with the numbers. That's the statistics out there. 95% of the people are stuck at a certain level, and they're not moving. Now, if you're in that category and you're not changing and you're not taking the steps that's necessary to move forward, you don't deserve that success. And yeah, this might be hard to hear. This might be a bad pill to swallow, but I got to tell you, if you don't move on this information, if you just write things down and you keep collecting and you don't take any action, you don't deserve the success. You're just wishing and hoping things are going to happen to you. Nothing's going to happen to you. Santa's not coming. You're not a kid anymore. It doesn't matter how you got here. It doesn't matter who got you here. This is where one of the lessons that you have to take responsibility of who you are and where you want to go. Where you are, who you are, where you want to go. You got to take that responsibility. It doesn't matter what country you're in. This information works everywhere and anywhere for everybody equally. Now, why are you frustrated? And this is what I'm going to dig deeper here into the mind, because this is hundreds of thousands of dollars of coaching that I've experienced over the past 4 years. And I have to distill it in 30, 35 minutes for you. So listen up and take some information. You have a lot of information in you. We already have it, as a matter of fact. And Madame Montessori was asked once, what do you do to your kids to teach them like that? And they do so well. She goes, what do you mean with what do you do? He goes, yeah, well, how do you do it? And she goes, they already have the information. So you're full of knowledge already. But yet we go to school and we get degrees and we have superior knowledge. How many courses you've taken that you never used? I've taken 7 math courses in my engineering studies. 7. I don't know, the 7th differential equation. Like, what the hell am I going to do with that? And now a computer can do it so much faster than me. So you have this thing that's called superior knowledge, inferior results. Even doctors suffer with this problem, right? Superior knowledge, inferior results, which causes you all this confusion, causes you the frustration. And we got to help you change. We got to help you change all that. So all this information is just in your mind, like it's in your intellectual mind. And that's why that picture is there. That's your intellectual mind. But that's not resulting in the money that you want. You know, your money is not there. And that's what I call the magic word is money. The magic word is your results. The magic word is, what do we do with this information? Why is it so strange? Why is it secret? How come somebody without even any degrees succeed much better than you? You just look around. Look around on who's around you, in your office, in your sales room. Somebody with less degrees, they probably got promoted faster. They're probably feeling better and have more things in the world than you, and you're comparing yourself. You're like, man, I have had the degrees already. Now, how do I know that? Because I was like that. Because I thought I needed all this information. I thought it was about more degrees, it was more certificates. Now, I'm not saying anything about schools. I love schools. Schools are great. They do a great job. But that's not what we need to change the income. That's what we need to change the paradigm, to change the income that you see. You're habitually now earning the $100,000, the $1 million that you're earning. Habitually, that's what you're doing. We are running on automatic. We have this automatic thing in our mind that's getting us the results that we're at. And if you've been stuck for a long time, trust me, it's the paradigm. It's the paradigm. And if you want to change your results, you got to change the paradigm. This lesson by itself, if we stop right here, we can spend a week, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Bob Proctor studied this for 61 years. In the last 50 years of his studies, that's all he did, just studying about the mind. And the moment you understand how to change this paradigm, that's when your results will start changing. And your results will never change until you change the paradigm. And that's why you can even change jobs. You can change countries. You can change positions. You can change boyfriends, girlfriend. You still get the same results. How many people do you know that have left a relationship, went into another one, was even just as bad? How many? Why? Because habitually, that's what they're programmed. That's what they get the law to attract them what they are. So you have to become this thing that you want. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting the same thing. If you don't change the paradigm, your results will stay the same. If you don't change the paradigm, your results will stay the same. You need a new paradigm to get new results. Now, once I understood this, that's when my results started to change. It wasn't about getting more degrees. It wasn't about getting more certificates. It wasn't about getting another, it feels good for a moment, but it doesn't affect your bank account. It's like, what the hell are you going to do with it, right? So what's so strange and what's the secret? What did Earl figure out? And what did Bob figure out that I figured out? And I believe I have the secret right now. That's how I feel. In my position, in my jobs, in the things that I look at, I've got the secret. I know that I can help you apply the knowledge that you have. You already know enough, but you just don't do enough. In lesson 2 in our thinking, after we get you to figure out yet the goal that you want, we get you to do what you want to do, but you're not doing it. You're not doing a whole lot of things. You're just collecting information. But why are you not applying the information? Because honestly, like, be honest, right? You want the money. You want the success, but you don't do it. So we have what we call the unholy trinity. And if you look up on my YouTube channel and my systems here, there's probably a video about just that specific topic, just one specific slide, 30, 40 minutes. Actually, there's 2 videos like that we talk about the unholy trinity. And that is where something comes to you and you're like, I got to do something about my life, but you don't decide. So you go in this indecision mode. See, successful leaders out there like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Edison, Henry Ford, they make decisions fast. President Kennedy, right? We make decisions fast. Whereas unsuccessful people, they make decisions slow. So if you're not getting your money needle to move, if you're not getting your business, it's because you are not making decisions fast. You go into this indecision mode. And then just indecision, you start doubting your skills. You start doubting the longer it takes. I mean, think about it. How many things you have in your shopping cart right now on Amazon or in any of the places that you shop, and you don't even buy it. They're just sitting there. Oh, shall I buy it? Shall I not? Do they hate it? Are they going to like it? Indecision builds into this doubt, builds into afraid, builds into that fear. And it's all a figment of your imagination. It's all in your mind. You're creating all this mess. See, once I understood this, that I can get rid of this fear by not doubting myself, by making decisions fast, that's when things started to change. And that's the connection. I mean, you can listen to these words, but if you don't do anything about it, if you don't connect them to the applied knowledge, nothing is going to happen. So you have to start doing a lot more things in your life starting today. Not collect information. It's applied knowledge is what we need. We're not applying enough. All you're missing just a bit of information, and you have this fear about you of taking action. You want this money, but you're not going to get that investment if you don't invest. You're not going to get any shares in Tesla if you don't buy some Tesla stock. You're not going to get any shares in Amazon if you don't buy the Amazon stock, but you keep talking about it. When are you going to start taking charge of your investments? When are you going to take charge of your future? When are you going to take charge of yourself? You're thinking somebody else is going to do it. No, but you're not, because you're afraid. So you have this thing that I call you're afraid, and we're only afraid because we don't know. So I call it either ignorance or knowledge. When I teach you the material and thinking into results, I was making some notes this morning, right? We take you to the knowledge. We take you to study, right? Study, systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And that's what you want, right? You want to, and that's how you get away from the fear. See, instead of fear, we can have faith. And they're both the opposite of each other. They're all just in your mind. So what happens after fear? After fear, you end up doubting yourself because you cannot make the decision. So you doubt it. And as you doubt it, you don't make the decision because, I don't know what to do. Do I do it? Do I not? Do I jump? Do I don't jump? Do I take it? Do I tell them? Do I not tell them? Right? And then some people, a lot, I don't know the percentage, they become anxious about it. They have stomach ulcers and they have this anxiety about them. And a whole bunch will get depressed. You'll see them walking around, head down, shoulder down, and they have no energy about them. Fear, doubt, and indecision causing anxiety and depression. And then they end up, some of them, going to psychologists and getting some treatment for years, but they never get to the root cause. And that's what I liked about this material. That's the strange part of this material. The secret, right, is that we get to the root cause of what's wrong in your mind, and we help you correct it, right? Now, unfortunately, a lot of people don't get out of this situation, and they end up in a dis-ease kind of situation. It's not just disease, it's a dis-ease, right? And some of them, unfortunately, go to extreme levels of frustration, and they end their life. They quit on their families, they quit on themselves, and they are lost in the system, and there's nobody to help them. That's the sad part. That's also another side of my motivation and the whole mental health industry. That is a really, really sad situation. Whereas the information is already here for us to really liberate us and set us free, to give us the faith, right? How do you get faith and knowledge, right? This is what I call systematic study. So in Thinking in 2000, we give you this systematic study so that you can actually get on this wavelength, right? And once you do that, you become an executive, you become a leader, you become a decision maker. You see, decision makers make decisions fast and change them slow. So if you want to move to that 5%, 6% that make it happen, you have to start doing that. You got to start having a special routine about you, right? Now, what does that do? That gives you well-being. And you've probably seen it. People go into meetings, the boss comes in, the CEOs come in, and they have this expression about them of success. They move in with confidence and they move in with grace, and well-being is expressed. Now, do they make mistakes? Absolutely. Do they make the wrong decision sometimes? Absolutely, it happens. But they do their best every day with what they can, with what they have. And now what that does altogether, wealth acceleration. And you see that. That's where you see some people moving very, very, very fast. And this is what I said earlier, is it's the wealth acceleration cycle. This time, the time we're in right now, it's up to you to decide to stay on the ignorance side or move to the knowledge side, where you start growing yourself, growing your business, growing your mindset. Now, how is this possible? And you're probably sitting there thinking, can I do this, Kamal? It worked for you. It's not working for me. I've had mentors, I've had coaches. Could it work for me? Well, I got to tell you, the studies I did with Bob and, with another one of my mentors, Harrison Klein and Laurel Langmeyer, we figured out something. But the secret from Bob is actually incredible. What Bob figured out after 61 years, well, he figured out much earlier, but in 61 years, he stayed on the secret, and I understood it from him very, very well. That the secret to success, the secret to get you to this next level is repetition, because that's how we learn. See, you learned how to walk by repetition. You learned how to talk by repetition. You learned a skill like motorcycling or racing cars or whatever by repetition. And that's how we're going to reprogram your mind. So I'm going to share with you here in a second is how your mind, we can retrain it to unlearn some things and retrain on some new things by repetition. And that's the secret. We don't want to go with the emotional impact way. That's just too negative. That's like a 9/11 event. That's like a separation. That's like usually when bad things happen, people would correct very fast. I use repetition. And that's what I call systematic study, daily, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And guess what? Your life will change. Now, why is it important to do that? Why is it important to do that very, 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 very quickly? Because I want you to get this freedom day very, very quickly. See, if I can program your mind to get you to one of these milestones and get you to believe that you can do this, you're going to get there, because you only need two things to know what to do. You need to know where you are, where you want to go. Where are you today on this freedom day? Where are you today on this timeline? I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you're 18, if you're 20, if you're 30, 50, or 70. It doesn't matter. I met with a beautiful 70-year-old lady yesterday, and she's going to get her business to that next level because she wants to get a piece of this action. She wants to get a piece of that freedom day of where we can take her business to grow. So I want you to know where you are. I want you to be honest, do that evaluation. And if you don't know how, we can show you how to do that. And where did you want to end up? Two things you must know to build your business. Most of you are just running ragged out there. You're thinking you need all kind of, you don't need a lot of things. You need just few things. But yet so many of you are stuck. This lesson by itself, once you get that, and that's right away in lesson 1 in thinking into results. We'll teach you how to do that right away in lesson 1, where you are, where you want to go. But 95% of you are stuck. And that's why we call it the strangest secret. It's strange. It's so simple and so obvious, but it's so misunderstood. So this is where, some of the mind work that I'm going to share with you next is phenomenal, because I want you to win. I want you to start winning. Like I'm going to share this with you. It's cost me thousands of dollars to learn. But if you still pay attention, if you put your questions, we will get back to you. And this can really liberate you. Once you understand a few things about your mind, you're going to know what I'm talking about here. You're going to come back a year from now, 6 months, and say, Kamal, thank you very much. Just like all these clients do. Just like everybody that we help grow, right? So it was a point where Bob met somebody and he was trying to understand what's going on. How did his results change? And he met somebody that taught him a few things about the mind. Now, it wasn't that guy that figured out the mind. It was Truman Fleet who figured this out. He said, look, we think in pictures. So you and I, we think in pictures. And I got to give you a picture of the mind. So he said, let's make this circle as the mind. Now, it's not like that, but just pretend we need a picture. See, if I tell you mind, what do you think? It's the brain, the organ, the muscle that you have in your head? No, think of a picture like that. It's around your face. That's your mind, right? Then he said, let's split the mind into a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is where we put all the information, and the subconscious mind is 95% of controlling your body as to what to do. That's how you run things in automatic. That's really the way it is. So when you go around collecting information, when you go around reading books, all you're doing is just putting it in your conscious mind, whereas your subconscious mind already has everything that it needs. And he said, this is the stickman figure. Now, Truman Fleet came up with this back in the 30s. And this is not understood anywhere. I've taken 5 degrees and nobody ever mentioned about that. Even I've taken psychology courses, nobody talks about it. But this picture by itself, once you understand it, you'll start understanding your mind and how to control it, because we want to give you total control of your emotional mind, right? Total control of what your body comes about. Now, most people are stuck. Most people are stuck because they are looking at their results and they keep thinking about them, and we are connected to what's happening. We get all this information coming to us from the outside world, the news, the media, the neighbors, and we keep thinking about our present results. You see that? Intellectually, we're thinking about our present results. And we keep saying, oh, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is going to happen to me, right? And guess what? That's what the subconscious mind believes. It believes everything you tell it. And guess what? You keep getting the same results. And most people are stuck. Some people are staying in the same job at $35,000, $40,000 for years, and they can't even change because they keep in the same thinking. And this is what we call result control thinking. But when you come and study with us, we call it thinking into results. See how small tweak that is? It's like very simple, but it's so critical you understand this. So pay attention. See, I want you to think of a new result that you want, because you have this power in your mind that we're going to teach you how to get that control. And think of this new result that you want. The $1 million that you want, the $1 million business that you want, the feelings that you want, the car that you want, the investment that you want. And you have to get your emotional mind involved with it so that it believes that you can do it, because you can tell yourself you want, but if you don't believe it, nothing's going to happen. So you see, your emotional mind controls your body. Your emotional mind will tell your body what to do. And that's how you get new results. If you do the same way that everybody does on the left, you're going to keep getting the same results. And that's how people accelerate their wealth, by thinking into results, by thinking a new goal, by thinking much bigger. And it has to be something juicy. It has to be something exciting. It has to be something that's going to drive you to do that. Most people don't do that. And the more I understand about the mind, I got to tell you, the faster my results move, the faster I take a goal, think about it, get emotionally involved with it, and it transforms into reality. This is how you get the law of attraction and the law of vibration into your favor. You probably all heard that, right? We become what we think about, thoughts become things. As a matter of fact, science and religion, and, we're not going to get, religious on you here, but they both agree that we become what we think about. So what are these thoughts that are going on in your mind when you're thinking of an idea? If you're thinking you're going to fail, you're going to fail. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can. Henry Ford, he said that. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. So these thoughts are very important. But how do you control a thought? How do you not allow the environment that's around you, from what you hear, see, and touch, affect you and pollute you? See, we can teach you how to do that. Teach you how to reject an idea or and accept another one, because your emotional mind accepts anything you give it. If you do it with emotion, if you do it with control, if you have a thing about you that you understand these higher faculties, you can start controlling your mind, total mind control, which is going to affect your results. So what is this Freedom Day? Well, the Freedom Day is the goal that you want, is the money that you want, is the building that you want. It's an image, right? You need an image. You need an image of the money that you want, or the investment that you want, or the beach that you want to spend your time on. And I want you to get emotionally involved with it. Emotionally involved with it. You have to engage it on the emotional level. That's how the subconscious mind works. Remember the famous quote by Emile Coué, right? Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. No, but you have to get emotionally involved with it. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. You got to get emotionally. So when you go running, you actually get excited about it, and you do that, and again and again and again and again. And guess what? Your energy would rise. Your vibration would change, because we need this vibration. See, the vibration is going to be expressed into action. So the emotional mind, you got to control it. You got to command it to do what you want. It's actually the servant mind, but it's only the servant mind if you know how to control it. So we need an image of a goal, and we need to impress it on the subconscious mind with emotion. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. But you're going to be working out too. You can't just say that and you're sleeping flat on the bed. You could do that for a little bit as part of the imagination exercise we give you, but you actually have to physically do it. You have to get out there and push the weights. You got to get out there and do the running. But emotionally, you have to express the ideas so your subconscious mind understands it, because it's got 95% control. Right now, you're running on automatic. It's like that GPS. When you put a goal in the GPS, when you put an address and it takes you somewhere, that's what's happening with your results. But when you get engaged in a new idea and you get emotionally involved with it, your body is going to express some new vibration. You're going to get ideas. And that's how you get the law of attraction, law of vibration to work on your behalf, which is going to produce some new results. Now, we live in a cause and effect world. This world that we live in, the physical world that we live in, right, is a cause and effect. There's a law. You take action, you get some reaction. You take action, you get some reaction. And this vibration that you take is going to give you a reaction. But guess what? I'm going to be detached from the results. I'm just going to think of what I want. So when I asked you at the beginning, what's your Freedom Day? What do you really want? I'm not concerned about where you are right now. You have to know where you are right now, but you have to know where you're going. So where you're going is what's most important. Because that's what I want you to express your feelings with. That's what I want you to express your emotion with. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And you gotta convince yourself to raise your belief. Otherwise, you're in fear. And fear and faith are both the same. But you choose where you want to be. Now, my material can help you get there. And I will get there very, very fast. But everybody keeps asking, Kamal, what are you doing? Everybody's asking, what are you doing? Does it really matter what I'm doing? Everybody's doing something. Laurel's doing something. You're doing something. Jeffrey's doing something. Anna's doing something. Everybody's doing something. Steve Jobs said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You could only connect them looking backwards. See, it's not what I'm doing that matters. It's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody asks, what are you thinking? Everybody says, what are you doing? It's what I'm thinking. And I want to help you control the subconscious mind. I want to help you really reach in and get something that you've never had before. See, every one of you here, you're probably thinking, can I do this? This works for you. I know. Well, you know what? Let's test it. Can you all visualize a goal card? Like, this is a goal card in my hand. Can you visualize a goal card? Can you see yourself with that plane that you want, right? Can you see yourself with that plane that's blue with beautiful wings and nice, beautiful cockpit, beautiful seats? Can you visualize? Like, we can all visualize a goal card. So why not feed that goal to your subconscious mind? Because you're being fed anyways. So why not feed it what you want? Yes, feed it what you want with emotion, and that's going to be expressed through vibration and action. So you can all do this. And the best thing about it is that this material that I'm sharing with you, you can test it. This material can be tested. Test it out. This idea, this stickman is totally abstract. And that's the thing. Everything we're doing is illogical. It's illogical that somebody, like a farmer from Nebraska, can become so rich and so famous. It's illogical that somebody that doesn't have any degrees can be running 10, 15, 20 companies with millions of dollars. But at the same time, somebody with a lot of degrees not doing anything. And that's what I mean. This material can be tested, but you have to understand a few things. You need direction. You're missing direction in life. Test out the material. Test out the material for 30 days and see how your life will change. Will change for the better. As a matter of fact, I want you to start testing it today. If this is exciting to you, and if this is something you want to do, start today. Start today and take this picture on the persistence and really understand what this means. This is one page out of Think and Grow Rich. And I love that book. I'm reading one of the chapters on auto-suggestion, where we're suggesting every day to control the subconscious mind, because I want total control. I don't know about you. I want a lot. And if I know, and I'm 100% sure now, that we can get anything we want, I want that control. It's a beautiful chapter, the persistence chapter in Think and Grow Rich, and you got to understand it. Look what it says. There may be no heroic connotation to the word persistence, but the quality is to a person's character what carbon is to steel. You see, I'm a steel guy. I've been in steel for 24 years. So when you put carbon in steel, you make it strong, you make it tough, you make a different thing, right? And then that's what I mean. You have to persist on anything that you want. Most of you are so soft on your goals. Most of you are not committed. A lot of you are just interested in getting rich. A lot of you are just interested in this Freedom Day. Well, you know what? Well, if you're interested, you do it when it's convenient. But if you're committed, you do it no matter what. So what I have here on the screen for you is this is how you persist. And I suggest you take a picture of this and post it everywhere on your desk, on your notes, and start studying this, right? So you need that definite purpose. You need that goal. You need to have that burning desire, which we're going to teach you how to do that, right? And a definite plan expressed in continuous action. That's how you persist. 4 steps to persistence. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you're making notes and taking comments. And if you're not, let me know why not. And if you are, let me know either way. And if you think somebody else needs to hear this, please share it and follow it and subscribe and hit the bell so that we can help you all the time, right? But I want you to keep your mind closed on what you really want, right? That's what I said in that Freedom Day. Know where you are, know where you want to go, and you got to stay focused. Keep your mind tightly closed against everything else. Don't be asking anybody else for anything. You see, you already know everything. You only ask people who are experts, as a matter of fact, because everybody else is negative. 95% of them are stuck. Don't get opinions anymore. And you need to get yourself a friendly alliance, a group that's growing at this level. That's why I love masterminding. That's why I have multiple masterminds that I run, and I have a lot of fun with them. Because we grow businesses, we grow investments, we grow properties, we do all kinds of deals because we're growing the mastermind, a friendly alliance with people. See, you're the average of the 4 or 5 people you hang around. So who are you hanging around? Who are you hanging around? It's your decision. You have to make that decision. And on this chart right here, you can go on 3 ways right now. You can even decide, right? You have to make that decision. I know what I decided. When Bob Proctor told me this, I was like, wow, it's really up to me? Yeah, it's up to you now, today, right? What you decide today is going to determine what's going to happen in the future. We cannot determine the future unless you decide on today, like right now. So you can do nothing, and you're going to be just this surviving, going up and down, living the turbulence, one day feeling good, one day feeling worse, one day feeling like shit, and one day feeling okay, one day feeling, no, that's good. How do you want to be in this surviving mode? And that's how you'll be for the next 6, 10, 12, 18 months. Or you could do nothing, and you're going to get into this doubt and fear and anxiety and depression and disease that we've talked about. Or you have a choice that, you know what? This makes sense. I really want to know what this guy's talking about. I want to know how you can really reprogram the subconscious mind to get better results, because I got to tell you, you could be doing a whole lot better than what you're doing right now. If you're successful, and if you think you're good, and if you earn $1 million, you can probably be doing 10. And if you haven't earned your $1 million, guess what? It's probably about time you do it anyways. So it doesn't matter where you are. I want you to focus. I want you to start thinking big. I want you to get motivated, because you can be a whole lot better than where you are right now by just taking some of this information. You don't need all of it. You just need a piece of the action. Now you might be saying, how can we do that? Can we do that? I'm like, yeah, of course you can do that. See, I'm so excited when I understood this material and started applying it, because I started slow, because I wasn't really doing what it was saying. I was just kind of reading it, but now I'm actually applying it. So we can mentor you in this proven system in my community, one-on-one, private, or you come to the group in a 6 months period, where we can guarantee you, like, nobody gives a guarantee, right? I'm giving you a guarantee that would help you to move towards your goals. How do I know that? Because everybody else gets results if they do the work. Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability, and your needle will move. Your results will move. I know that. 100% sure about it. We used to have a picture with 100% guarantee. It's probably not on these slides, but you get the point. Take my word for it. Because I'm not going to just put my name on the line for anybody. And I don't take everybody. I only take some people that are really serious. See, if you're just interested, it's not going to happen. You want to be committed. And if you're listening this far, you probably are committed. You probably want to grow your business. You probably want to grow your team's business, right? And that's how we do it. That's how we think into results. 12 business lessons that can really move the needle for you. And starting today, like, you can start very quickly. This does not need to take time. You don't need to worry about my schedule. You just say, Kamal, I want to get started, and we get you started. We don't have to worry about what we're doing 6 months from now or tomorrow. No, today. And you'll have me as part of the package. That's the thing, right? And if you want to become a leader, if you want to become that, multi-level millionaire, you have to become a leader. You have to learn something about leadership. And I love that. We're building some things in leadership that is incredible. Myself and my partner, Harrison Klein, we're on that next level of neural wealth and neural leadership. It is incredible. But we have to meet you. We have to see where you are and see where we can take you, right? This is one of my amazing clients as well. She's doing phenomenal. She's an amazing person in San Diego, doing super well. We're working now on the $10 million exit plan. And I want you to hear what she had to say after going through some of the material with me, because it's really life-changing. Don't hold yourself back. You're the only one that could hold your own self back. You're the only problem, only solution. And you have to get out of your own way and let us help you. When somebody's telling you, I want to help you, and you resonate with it, you got to do it. And that's the problem of most of you getting stuck. 95% of you are stuck. So let's get you unstuck. Let's get you to be in the different vibration that you need to be in to start winning. So I want you to hear from this amazing, wonderful client and friend, and she's doing phenomenal. She just finished, and it looks like we're gonna go at it again to grow the business now to that next level. See what she had to say about how she grew and how her experience was working with me and the material.
Hi everyone, this is Diane Wagner. I'm an insurance broker in California. I recently finished the Thinking into Results with Kamal, and although I have a very successful business here, I have trouble finding balance in my life. So the course helped me to visualize what I wanted in my life, goal setting, using my intuition to a higher extent, and really visualizing the results that I wanted in my life. Kamal is a pleasure to work with. He's committed to helping you reach your goals. He is a man of integrity, vision, and is extremely knowledgeable. I would highly recommend that you work with Kamal and have him help you find the results that you're looking for, or if you're just getting started, it's an eye-opening book of Bob Proctor's results that have proven the test of time. And I highly recommend you reach out to Kamal and set up a one-on-one. He's a beautiful man, and I want everyone to know he's there and to reach out and work with him. Thank you so much, Kamal. You have made my life so much better than before, and love you with all my heart. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Reach out to Kamal and your life will change in a beautiful way. Thank you so much.
So good. I mean, when I hear my clients win, That's what makes me feel good. And every time I hear this one, it's like, wow, it's like, I could, you feel that joy. That's what we call the psychic money, right? The fortune is in the psychic energy and the psychic money that you can benefit when you help somebody grow. So hopefully you enjoyed this conversation. Hopefully you have a little more clarity as to what you need to do to reach your Freedom Day. And I want to give you more. I want to help you more. I want you to grow. Here's a thank you gift, and here's what you can do to get started fairly quickly. It doesn't matter if you have a penny or two, or how far you want to grow and come and work with me. You can start for free. You can start your free coaching session, but every one of you is welcome to take the 30 days with Kamal and see what's it like to be around my energy and my level of conversations. I also would encourage you to book a 30-minute free coaching call. Really, this is not a sales call. It is really free for you to see where you're stuck, and I will give you the guidance based on what you share with me. The more honest with me, the better it's going to be the result to really get you to, boom, change the needle. And from there, we'll decide what you want to do, how you want to move forward. So there's also a QR code here, it looks like. So grab that by your phone if you're watching online. And for those who are ready to go and they get started, you get access to lesson 1 immediately after the call. And then we'll figure out our time together. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got encouraged that you can do it, because if I can do this, you can do this. This is another big picture. It's also my number here. So if you text this number, it's actually my personal number. Should have been the business number, but it's all good. I only expect good people to come my way. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And if you enjoyed this conversation, I've been speaking with somebody that has done an amazing, so many number of TED Talks. He goes, at the end of every talk, you got to ask them, share and subscribe. And do you have an event that you'd like to book Kamal for? So if you enjoyed this talk, and if there's something you want me to help you with at your business and your leadership and whatever you're at, if you have an event you want me to speak at on leadership, goals, and attitude, please reach out and we could arrange a booking at a convenient time. So with that, thanks again. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a champion. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being honest. Really, it's again, it's a very simple formula. It's don't think that you cannot do this. Don't think that it works for other people. Is it going to work for me? It will work for you too. All right. Don't compare yourself to others. You are the only problem and the only solution. It's a simple way to start winning in life. It doesn't get any better than this. Systematic study, elite level management accountability. And guess what? Your needle will move. Your results will move. You'll be that much closer to that Freedom Day. Wish you all the best. If you enjoyed this, please share and subscribe. You probably know 1 or 2 or 10 that know this, and share it with them. And I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you very, very soon. Thanks again. Have an amazing day. Blessings to all of you. Peace.